It is 7:25. Getting to the text. It's like we're on our way. We're on our way. We're starting at 5 minutes.
I have to praise you when you hold me. When you work your way around.
YouTube Live. We're on AOL Messenger. We are live right now, so if you don't talk about if you murdered your wife or you cheated your taxes, because we're live audio in 5 minutes. We'll be live.
You make my whisper turn to call. You make me scream and scream that I love you. When you make me rise and fall. You're so rare and you're so fine. And I'm so very, very, very glad you're mine. You're so rare. So fine. Oh, you're mine, you're mine. You know I want the best for you, baby. And what you want, I want for you. And we can work together, baby, to see it all come true. 'Cause you're so rare and you're so fine. And Lord knows I'm so very glad you're mine. You're so rare, and you're so very, very fine. Oh, you cleared all the questions from my mind. We come a long, long way together, baby. Through the hard times and all the good. I'm gonna take this day to celebrate you, baby. 'Cause I have to stop and praise you like I should. You're so rare, take your praise, and you're so fine. And I hope you know I'm glad you're mine. Take your praise, you're so rare. Take your praise, you're so fine. Take your praise, I'm glad you're mine.
Shit. It is it, isn't it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tickle Your Bone Weekly Comedy Festival here at Bridget's Last Laugh. Please put your hands together for your host, Mr. Buddy Rubbish. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name is Sean McCarthy. Thank you all for coming out to Tickle Your Bone Weekly Comedy Festival. Voted the greatest weekly comedy festival, but literally the only comedy festival that's weekly in America. And my mom gave us that trophy, so we're killing the fucking game. Did I just see Sierra walk in? Okay, I missed it. All right. Good evening. My name's Sean McCarthy. Welcome to the show. We're missing a few comics, and a few people are going to start walking in here very shortly. My phone was blowing up with everyone being late. I think the heat and the 51 is backed up, so there you go. But this week we have a very special show. Instead of the normal 5 to 7 comics we have on, we've got 12 comedians, and we're calling this the Factory of Laughs Comedy Festival. Yes. This is literally going to be like the Laugh Factory Open Mic in Hollywood that I used to do back in the late 90s, and I passed and became a regular in the weirdest comedy club in the world when Jamie Masada looked at me and said, "You," and it was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me. But my point is I used to laugh because what they would do is they would have you'd stand outside all day, and then you'd sign up at like 6 o'clock, and they'd go, "Be back at 7," and they'd take the first 10 people, and you all got 3 minutes. And you got to do a set at the Laugh Factory, and maybe you could be famous because they've discovered Tiffany Haddish and many people. And what would happen was there's a dude over in the corner, and he was an older guy, and he would just sit there, and he'd go, like, first up, John Smith. And then, like, John Smith would go on stage, and then right at 3 minutes, he'd go, "Thank you, Sally Stenson." And then you just fucking have to run off stage. And if like, they give you the light, and if you didn't get off, they would just go, "Thank you, we said next," and you just fucking get embarrassed. And then Jamie Masada, the owner, he was like about, I don't know, maybe 5'1", like 108 pounds, little frail man, and he would go, "You ran the light, don't come back." And he always would hold his pinky out for you to shake it, and I was like, I'm not shaking this guy's pinky. But yeah, one fateful night, I stood online during the day, and then I did my set, and I was like, I hate this place. I'm humiliated. Why am I doing this? I'm never coming back here again. These people are horrible. And then Jamie walked up and goes, "I don't want to talk to nobody, but you're a regular. Call for spots." And everybody looked at me like they wanted to stab me in the fucking throat. I was like, yay. I was like, hey, I did something. So that's why I called tonight the Factory of Laughs, because we have a bunch of newer comics on the show tonight, and we have so many comics, I don't have time to come on and off stage a lot, so I'm just going to introduce a whole bunch of them from the back of the room, and if they run their time, I'm just going to call the next person's name and fucking bum rush them the fuck out of here. And hey, heads up, are most of the comics in the room, listen up real quick. That was me squeaking the mic. Jason Blair's going to be first, then Melody Morris, Nick Matthews, Roy Rocha, Nick Zautra, Ryan McKee, Mike the Great One, our special guest star from Hollywood, then Jimmy, Frankie Rodriguez, Johnny Jello, Karl, Goldthorpe, and Martin Lane. That'll be that's the list. So for all you comics who said, I didn't get the list, I didn't know when I was, that's the order. Is Sierra here? I can tell because she's ignoring me talking to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Sierra's in the room. Everyone, let's look at Sierra right now, please. I kid. No, I kid. I'm being a wise guy. Sierra's one of the funniest fucking comedians in Phoenix right now. Sierra, I got you guys all in the back. All the back chairs, that's all you guys. Okay. I reserve for you. For Christy and Dan and Sierra, I got you guys back there. And then I hold this table for John. He's coming, right? All right, I'm going to hold this for him up here. All right, cool. Is my wife here then? Christy's here. Oh, my God. Christy Whalen's over there. Our little dog, he's on the table over there. My wife's here. My dog's in the back. Let's hear it for my dog, Whalen. Let's hear it for my dog, Whalen. Oh, my wife's here. Let's hear it for my dog, Whalen. So stupid. My dog, Whalen, is a Chiweenie. He's a Chihuahua Dachshund. He was 3.5 pounds when I got him. He's 9 pounds now. It's from the it's from the Almost There Rescue. And they name every little litter after something. They had like the Ohio litter, and it was like Cincinnati, Canton, and like all the, like Cleveland, right? And then Whalen was originally Ducati. He was part of the motorcycle litter. And there was like Yamaha, Harley, and Ducati, and his mother was Vespa. And then they had the new edition litter. It was 4 boys. It was Ricky, Ronnie, Bobby, and Mike. It was the fucking cutest. But they give you a breakdown and a backstory, so I know where he came from. And what they do is they take in pregnant mamas, and then they have the litter. They get them all shots, and then they have them adopted out. And so his mom was a Chihuahua from Sinaloa that got knocked up in Puerto Penasco, which is Rocky Point, by some Dachshund Scottsdale dude that goes to like ASU. And then he left after she got pregnant, but she made her way to Nogales and crossed the border, and I'm raising an anchor baby. Let's hear it for Waylon. Don't build those walls. Don't build a wall. I need my dog to have access back to his homeland. John Henry's in the house. John Henry, I got you right up here, bro. Right over here, John. I got a whole table for you, John, right up front. I'm not even doing material. I'm just getting people sat. I'm the maitre d'. Two Jews walked into a bar and bought it. L'chaim. Dos judeos entraron a una bar. Y que puedo? That's for the Mexicans. Christy gets mad at me. My wife, she's here. This is so funny. I say this all the time. She gets mad at me because I pee in the shower. And the other day, she's yelling at me. And I'm like, hey, I didn't know you were in there. I said, I didn't know you were in there. Is this thing on? Try the veal tacos. I'll be here all week. Okay. John Henry's in the house. The man who made this sign right there. John Henry. All right. And so that's why we're doing the show like that tonight. We have a bunch of comics on. I'm going to introduce a bunch of them from the back of the room. Then we have a special guest from Hollywood coming on. I don't want to tell anybody, but it is Arsenio Hall. He will be doing jokes about the McRib sandwich. I was just telling this story. So Arsenio Hall, I don't know if you know who he is, but when I was younger, about 1982, one night David Letterman goes, tonight on our stage, Arsenio Hall, a very funny comic. And this Arsenio Hall walks out, and I never seen him before, and he does a joke about McRib sandwiches. Because McRib sandwiches had just come out. It was like 1982 or something, right? Flash forward to 1998. I moved to Hollywood, and I go to the Comedy Store the first time, and I walk in the original room, and someone goes, Arsenio Hall's about to go on. I go, no shit, I remember seeing him in 83 on fucking David Letterman. Wow, he's been around forever. And he goes, hey, what's up? Y'all ever eat that McRib sandwich? I went, this motherfucker doing the same joke since 1983, Arsenio. I didn't go woo-woo for him. Oh, and tonight's show, I have to say, I'd like to give a big shout-out to our favorite bagel in the world. They sponsor us. They do nice things for us to give us free bagels. Bagel Fields. If you're going to get a bagel... If you're going to get a bagel in Phoenix, go to Bagel Fields. I also have to say this 100 times. Living spaces and trails. So I got that out of the way. Trails. Okay. Living spaces. And for anybody who remembers, I got to do this twice. I'm JJ, the king of all beepers. Okay, so that's two people from 1994. Oh, and also our favorite sponsor from Sunny Slope, Stevie Ray Vapes. These are legit, dog. This is medical meth with pine sulfur terps, and it's got CBDs. And this is fentanyl with pine sulfur terps and CBDs. So you got... And it's like the up and the down. We call that the Chris Farley, because you're going, whoa! Or like the John Belushi, whoever you know, yeah. But he sells these in his garage, and they're only $5. There's like a sign, spray paint, says Stevie Ray Vapes. So he's our sponsor. Anyone can hit these as long as you ain't got COVID or herpes. I'll be passing those around later. John, you're, okay, all right. I did that, okay. Oh, here's something too. My lovely wife, I'm clean shaven all the time now, because my wife signed me up for a shave club. Not that, I just wasn't shaving a lot. Not that, I don't think that she liked it. But I was having, like, I hate shaving, and I need, like, fancy blades because I break out. But she signed me up for the shave club, and the razor's got, like, 6 fucking blades. It's so fucking nice, and I don't break out. But I started telling people, like, I go, oh, man. So they go, hey, you're shaving. You look real clean shaven. I go, yeah, I'm in a shave club. And people are like, what's the first rule of shave club? Do you talk about it? And I go, no. The first rule of shave club is you got to put the moisturizer on. It's like a pre-lotion to warm up your beard. Then you shave, you knucklehead. But it's cool because it's like me and like 6 guys. We just get together naked and shave each other. It's so cool. It's called Shave Club. I don't want to say John Henry's in it, but his back is smooth. And his testicles. Man, it's starting to get hot in Phoenix. It's getting a little hot. Heats up. I guess it's getting hot. What's going on? It's getting hot in Phoenix. What's going on? That just happened. That's what a real comic looks like, guys. There you go. Fuck you, Matt Rife. Choke on this dick, bitch. So stupid. I literally did my favorite thing in the world is the snappy shirts, because no matter what happens, it's a great exclamation. Like if someone's fucking with you, just like, bro, what's up? You want to go? You want to fucking do this? Flutter, like, what's up? Like Michael Jackson. If you like, here's a people go, I don't know what to do like on a date or how to impress a chick. This is me on a blind date. This honestly, God, my friend goes, oh, I got this chick. You got to meet her. You'd love her. I show up to her house. I just rang the doorbell. She's like, Sean. I go, what's up? Suck it. Boom. And 30 years later, me and Christy are still together. Boom. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. Watch this. All right, listen. The thing is, people think it's for Coke. It's not. It's just, this is a mirror. This is cool. My friend gave me this years ago. It's a turtle on the back because I'm supposed to get quiet and go into my shell and think, and then the mirror is supposed to reflect negative energy. But initially, I'm just like, dude, you got any blow? I got a mirror. My brother Clancy would do that all the time. He'd show up. He's like, hey, I got a mirror and a razor blade. Anybody got some blow? I'm like, Clancy, you're an asshole. I tell my brother Clancy one time, I go, hey, let me buy you a drink. He goes, can I get the money equivalent? I'm like, you're a prick. You're so stupid, my brother. All right, so we have 12 comics on the show. We have a special guest is in the house tonight. Mitch Hedberg is on the show tonight. We brought him back from the dead. And so I got a few minutes. Okay, perfect. So I'd like to talk about one last thing before I get out of here. I don't know if you people have ever seen that show called Love on the Spectrum. Yeah. Oh, my God. Watch this show. It is the most beautiful fucking show I've ever seen in my life. If you want to see what real, unadulterated love is like, watch Love on the Spectrum. It's about people who have autism, like real autism. Not like 92% of the fucking comics in Phoenix around the world say they're on the spectrum because they did a TikTok fucking video that said, you have autism. You're on the spectrum. When you see a motherfucker with autism that's real, you're like, it's beautiful. And you know what fucking people with autism don't want to do? Comedy. Not one of these 32 fuckers on this show was like, I need to tell dick jokes. They just wanted to count matchsticks and sing Disney songs to each other. And that's what they do. They're like in love and they're just so beautiful. It's pure. And you just go, God, that's what love should be like. But it's so difficult and the world is hard and people are like, suck it. So it's like it's like, how do you? Well, Christy, my lovely wife, who I love so much, who's here tonight, who told me, oh, I can't wait to see the special guest. And I go, and me? And she goes, oh, yeah, you'll be on the show, too. Shut up, dude. My point is she was watching Love on the Spectrum, and that's when I don't watch a lot of TV, but I was like, this is fucking beautiful. And then the show ends, and she flips the channel, and then the show that she's watching next is called Thruple to Couple. I went from watching the most pure love in the world to like these fucking people that they're so LGBTQ, they don't even know how to identify. They literally don't even know how to fuck. They're just, I don't even know what I am. I just put I put a fucking shoe in my ass. It's fucking very confusing. And so it's like a couple, like two people that are on the fucking LGBTQ, which is fine. And then they're just looking for a third person, but not like for love and to get deeper and spiritual and find to radiate and go out in the world and do something. They're always just like, yes, we're looking for a third. Maybe they can work the balls while I take the ass and we can all come hard. I'm like, the fuck is this? I went from the most pure love in the world to someone to work the chef. What the fuck is? Shows you the world is fucking. It's a fucked up world we live in. All right. I've been literally on stage fucking killing for 15 minutes. I can't wait to post on Instagram. I was on fire last night. Lit AF. And then I'm going to talk shit about all the comics and just say how horrible they were and how much better I was than them. Because this is my show, and that's what you do. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do 82 minutes and bump everybody. Because I can. Because I can. It's my break on through to the... So stupid. All right. Hashtag real talk. When I was 9, I went trick-or-treating. I swear to God. I knocked on the door, I went, trick or treat, suck it. Okay. All right. Honey, I love you so much. Where are you? There she is. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you this. I'm serious when I say this right now. Like, I joke around and I fucking mad shit and been around the block and did crazy stuff, and I'm 55. But I met Christy fucking over 25 years ago. And our first date, we smoked Reggie weed, like with stems and seeds. And she got high, and fucking cops showed up at the park and searching her bag, and she held the weed. We didn't get busted. It was very funny. And it's 30 years later, and she still has the same tolerance for weed. It's the most adorable. I can still pick out stems and seeds, and she's like, this is lit. I'm like, don't hit this shit. I blew a dab in her face, and she's like, I'm down. There were two Christies, and I met two Christies at the same exact time. There was Christy with a CH and Christy with a K. Like, that's Christy with a K. And then my friend John at the time ran into Christy with a K, and she goes, oh, I'm Christy. And he goes, no, you're not the Christy Sean's dating. At the time, I met two Christies, and I was like, oh, I really like them both, but I don't know which one to date. And I was telling my friend John. And then he goes and says that, so then she never called me anymore. And then I dated the other Christy. And then at one point when I was living with the other Christy in Hollywood, I broke everything in the house twice just to make sure that I made a point to her. And then like 40 cops rushed in the apartment because I was breaking everything. And because she had cheated on me, and I fucking lost my mind, right? And then years and years later, I run into the Christy with a K. And it made everything better and healed my heart. And if I didn't, I don't know where I'd be. But I also told her, I said, you fuck, because I had to deal with that other cunt for those fucking years when I could have been with you the whole time. But still, without her, I'd be nothing. That's Christine, I love her. All right. We got a very long show. I'm going to introduce a bunch of comics from the back, like the old guy at the Laugh Factory. These guys are fucking fantastic and funny, and I know most of them, and there's a bunch of new ones on here. Some guys like Frankie Rodriguez, who I've never met before, who's sitting right here. Yeah. And like all comedy festivals, we have benefits and things that we do that are fun here. And just a heads up, at the end of tonight's show, we're going to take a tally. The least funny comic, we're going to kill them by the dumpster. So we got that going! Kill Tony, we kill comics. Okay? Fucking gang, gang, baby. What's up? Okay. We're going to bring our first comedian on for the evening. This man volunteered to go first, which is very nice because I had him toward the end of the show. We love this man a lot. He's been here a few times. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jason Blair.
How y'all doing tonight? I work a lot, so I'm going to cheat tonight. I'm one of them old, young-looking motherfuckers. Yeah. Woman asked me the other day, she said, how old are you? I said, I'm 40. She said, no way. She said, what are you drinking out the fountain of youth? I said, no, cocaine's a hell of a drug. It's all about moderation. Figured I'd keep it going since he passed the plate around. Shout out to all the women that can go the whole relationship via text. I hate it, you know. They say your whole goddamn paragraph. Hey, you at work, you about to crash. Trying to read a text message. Currently, I'm dating a cougar. And for some reason, every time we make love, we listen to Paul Simon. But anytime I go down on her, she calls me Owl. Yeah. The arguments with your baby mama be kind of crazy, right? Because y'all say some pretty fucked up things to each other. She called me a narcissist bitch the other day. And then she said, you fake ludicrous looking motherfucker. All because I told her I was hungry. You have to have a birds and bees conversation with your kids. I have a 1.5-year-old son. I figured, fuck it, I'd start now. I said, son, listen, if you're gonna be out here eating pussy, turn on the lights. Because a woman will put anything in your motherfucking mouth. Anybody ever notice that all Asian women walk alike? I've never seen an Asian woman with a sexy walk, but they all look like they'll kick the shit out you. Shout out to all the men that have been on list crawlers this year. Only me, huh? Only me, huh? Quick visit. Trump, election time is coming up, and people are undecided who they're gonna vote for, but I'm gonna tell you who black people are voting for. We're voting for Donald Trump because we're hoping the PPP comes around again, and we would like the EDD as well. I just got the 1 minute light, so I'm gonna get ready to sum it up on this one. Don't eat Circle K donuts. Them motherfuckers look worse than holy molies. And what do roaches and comedians have in common? When the light come on, it's time to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Blair, put your hands together. Coming to the stage now, please keep it going for Melody Morris.
Hey everyone. I just graduated from ASU. Forks up. I graduated with a degree in journalism, so yes, I am working for Fox News now. Just kidding. They don't hire bitches who drive Nissan Altimas, because people like that have felonies. The people who drive Nissan Altimas just have like a really, really distinct energy about them, and I've noticed that since I've gotten mine. Just crazy motherfuckers. Like if you pull up at a red light and you look over and there's a woman wearing scrubs just on her way to her job to be a total bitch to old people, she's in a Nissan Altima. Every time. Or if you're in like West Phoenix and some guy hops out of his car and he has like black Air Force One sneakers on, you know, he's driving an Altima. He's driving an Altima. Sometimes when I say Black Air Force, a lot of the people in the crowd are like, Black Air Force? The military is getting really progressive these days. I knew I had a drinking problem when I started going to dive bars like this one to do my homework at. I still graduated, baby! The first time I went to a dive bar to get my homework done, I spent like $30. Okay? $30 for someone like me is a lot of money, okay? Let me tell you something, though. It is still cheaper than a ticket to Disney World, okay? People are paying thousands of dollars for the same experience I have at this dive bar at Disney World, okay? This is my happiest place on earth. And when I have kids, I'm going to take them to this dive bar, and I'm going to tell them that it's Disney World. How are they gonna know? Just take a few shots, baby. The bartender will start looking like Mickey Mouse real soon. Been thinking about what my stripper name might be, because that's how well my comedy career is going. I've decided on Pigeon. It embodies me really well because I live for the streets. Not like that. I just really like people throwing bread at me and whispering sweet nothings to make me come. I'd be on the pole like, I've been Melody Morris, thank you.
Let's hear from Melody Morris. Keep it going, that hot shit right there. Here comes your next champion of the evening, Mr. Nick Matthews.
Was anybody else not ready for Sean to be that ripped? Like, I was like, come on, give me a comedian's body. He's like, I got abs, and I can afford drugs. Like, God, how good could one guy's life be? It bothers me because we watch the same shows, too. Like, I was watching that show, Couple to Thruple, or as I call it, The Rich Get Richer. Like, it's the hottest couples you've ever seen. Each one of them is an engineer, makes well over $100,000. They're just like, I could probably have a second wife. Just makes sense to me. You know, this is a beautiful club, too. Like, I was on a different show last week, and they told me the dress code is going to be conservative. You know, so I brought a gun. It's okay. My shirt said trigger warning. And on the back, it said Miracle Whip and mayonnaise are the same thing. Had a guy walk up. Yeah, that's what they said. I was like, hey, man, see the front. And then I shot him. I think the show Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a show that puts way too much pressure on turtles, like to have their lives figured out as teenagers. Because, like, when I was a teenager, I used to do cocaine. Like, I used to fight people. I used to fight people for the remaining amounts of cocaine. And so, like, both me and Turtles have had straws stuck in our noses and thought we were superheroes at one point or another. Whoa, everybody okay over there? Sorry, I'm bringing back some memories for this one. Oh, man. I have a pun. I was raised religious. You know, we were so religious, we couldn't even go to Burger King because there's only one king, baby. A lot of people look at Jesus on that statue and feel inspired. I've always looked at Jesus and felt kind of sad because, like, Jesus was older than me, and he looked amazing. Like, hair, abs. He basically looked like Sean on that cross right there. Like, I look like this, dude. I couldn't be nailed to the same shape as Jesus anymore. Like, body of Christ, I mean, I wish. Oh, man, I love my grandma, but she's at this age, like, where we don't always like the way she talks anymore. Like, at my wedding, she pulled me aside and said, Nicholas, your wife married you. She didn't have to do that. And then she just paused. Like, paused for so long, I wasn't sure there was more to the sentence. I'm like, Nana, was there another part to that? She goes, she didn't have to because we already thought of her as family. And honestly, we thought you were going to grow up much uglier than this anyway. And then she died. Like 6 months later, but she still died. And I couldn't get it out of my head. Like, what if that's the last thing she ever said to me? Like, what if my grandma just roasted and ghosted? I've been Nick Matthews. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night.
Roasted and ghosted. Nick Matthews, let's hear it for him. Keep it going for another very funny Nick, Mr. Nick Zautra. Zautra.
All right, hello, hi. Or as my favorite yoga teacher from Spirit of Yoga, Dwayne, would say, good evening, yogis and yoginis. A little about me, my name is Nick. I recently celebrated 13 years sober. Very recently, yeah, thank you. Very appreciative, thank you. One day at a time, right. Sometimes when I tell people that, they'll say something like, wow, really? Like you? I didn't think someone like you would need to get sober. Which is like, sometimes feels like a bit of a microaggression to me, a little bit. Like, you don't think I'm capable of ruining my own life? Admittedly, my appearance has softened over the years. I look like a man who knows his way around a Dick's Sporting Goods. I also look like a guy who's calling to ask why you canceled your gym membership. Hi, this is Reed from Anytime Fitness, just following up. I do work out. I weigh about 195 pounds. I bolt up, but back when I was using, I got all the way down to 147 pounds. I was very thin. Yeah. Which it still boggles my mind that even after all that drinking and smoking and blacking out, I still managed to weigh myself. It was just amazing. A little bit more about me. I recently celebrated 10 years in a PhD program in cognitive science, which is not an accomplishment, but if I say it like that, it does sound more impressive. But I'm happy to report that just last Monday, I did defend my dissertation. So I successfully completed that. A lot of life events happening. The defense was an ordeal. It was in person in front of a committee and on Zoom. The Zoom consisted of my doctoral advisor and my mother, who is a 75-year-old woman who doesn't know how Zoom works. So the dissertation starts, my mom joins in about 25 minutes in, and I realize this because I get a little pop-up window right in the middle of the projector that says, someone has begun recording the Zoom session. So she manages to record the entire thing, and she even somehow manages to stay afterward after I leave the room and record the closed-door deliberations between the committee. So I'm just glad that she never figured out how to unmute herself. A couple other things. What is all about me? Oh, used to do theater in high school, which my therapist says we need to address. The other thing about that, too, probably the most biggest thing is about 10 minutes ago, I had our first child. My wife and I had a baby. Very exciting. The thing about being a new dad is, like, I feel very anxious sometimes around more seasoned veteran dads. Like, I always feel like a little bit, like, younger than them or something like that. Like, they're always talking about, I don't know, their other properties or their, like, wood chip meat smoker or something like that. And it's like, we're all the same age. You know, I'm not that young, but, like, they just feel to me 55, and I'm just like a 12-year-old boy who just wants to build a ramp for the cul-de-sac. I'll leave you with this. We've been playing some new games with our son. We're trying to teach him some basic gestures, you know? And so my son is named Max, so we'll go like this. We'll say something like, hey, Max, Is the sky blue? Yes, yes. Is grass purple? No, no. Should the U.S. send even more weapons to Israel? Maybe. Maybe. All right, that's my time. I'm Nick. Thank you very
Nick
much.
Zautra, let's hear for that hot shit. All right, keep it going for this guy I've known for a long time, Mr. Ryan McKee. Doing it.
All right.
Living Spaces. Ryan McKee.
Keep it going for him. 13 years of sobriety, and he looks great. I hate the sober people who still look like shit, right? Like, what the fuck are you doing if you don't drink? Why are your body still look like silly putty? It's the worst. I had a guy come up to me recently and goes, hey man, nice shoes. And I said, thank you. And he goes, no homo. Which was just offensive, right? Because, like, you can't say that anymore, that term. One, it makes gay people mad. Two, have you ever been complimented by a gay guy? It's amazing. It makes me question my sexuality. Right? It makes me feel like a pretty little lady. And the next time I get complimented, instead of no homo, I'm going to ask for mo homo, please. Make me feel like a little lady. I don't know why I keep saying that. Homo is not little lady, but I just like saying, makes me feel like a little lady. I was dating a woman. Surprise. No, was dating a woman, and she liked to be choked during sex. And I was uncomfortable with that because I didn't want to hurt her. So she said, okay, I'll raise my arm, and then that way, when you're choking me too hard, I'll drop my arm and you know to stop. And that made it so much easier. Because I could pretend I was choking out a Nazi. I was like, take that, Nazi. And she did not like that. Mostly because it was 2 weeks later and she was getting into her car at the time. Okay, yeah, that tag did not work. And the guy that gave me that tag was supposed to be here tonight. He's not here. That's probably why.
Is that Mike?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mike. Yeah, I don't think he's here.
I didn't see him either. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good tag. That's a good tag.
Fucking Mike. Okay, sorry. I'm not talking about the next comedian who's not even here. You know, it is hard to look like you haven't given up, right? Especially when you've given up, you know? And, like, here's the thing. Like, if I wasn't so lazy, I would be so hot and rich. And thank God for my laziness, because you guys would hate me. I would be so conceited. But I recently got divorced, and I have to work on my revenge body. You know, because, I know my wife is still going to hate me, but I want her to want this still, you know. And so I got a personal trainer, and she has me working out harder than a white girl on Instagram.
Come on.
And this is what you see still. I've reached the age that you can work out really hard, and when you take off your shirt, it still looks like silly putty. Still looks like silly putty. Right after my divorce, I don't like to brag, but I did date a stripper. I know that's not the politically correct term, but that's what she called herself, and that's why I don't call her a clothing-inspired lady. No, I don't know what I was saying. Clothing. I just totally fucked up that joke. I'm just gonna move on. I forgot what that even was. Horrible comedian. I was. I'll tell this to get out of here. So I was dating a lady of the night, a sex worker. She didn't call herself that. And people are like, how did you meet a stripper? And I was like, it's the craziest story. I met her at a bookstore, which was a lie. I met her at the strip club. You don't go to Babe's Cabaret to meet librarians. And it doesn't go both ways. Yeah. All right, I've been Ryan McKee. Thank you so much. This has been really fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan McKee, let's hear for that hot shit right there.
Is this thing on? Test, testicles. They took my testicles. What do you call a dog with no name? It doesn't matter. He's not coming. I'll be here all week. Try the veal tacos.
Ready for this? What's up? This is Waylon, isn't he cute? I love this little boy. Oh my God! All right, come to the stage now. We got some people in the audience that we're gonna put a few of them on. Some people showed up, some people didn't show up. This next hot shit. I've been watching him do stand up since he was 9 years old, and yeah, I'm kidding. He looks young, but he's not. He's like fucking 62. He just looks good. He drinks Botox. Hey, that Ryan McKee was funny, right? Wasn't he funny? Right. Finally, we had a good comic. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm being such a dick. Welcome to Hollywood. That's what you do. One time I had a spot at the fucking Laugh Factory and Eddie Griffin went on, and 4 hours later, he was still up there smoking. That motherfucker. I'm going to do 4 hours right now. All right. This is the longest introduction for this hot shit that I love so much. He's here and he's in the back, and I said, please, go on and drop a hot five. These kids will love you. And he said, if Waylon will introduce me, I'll do it. So, ladies and gentlemen.
This next guy's name is Jason Hill.
Hey, whoa. Give it up. Thanks to Sean. Wow. Sean's talking about autistic comedians. I'm an autistic comedian, Sean.
I'm so sorry.
You've watched me. You don't know. I feel like I have to prove it now. I'm like, I'm autistic, Sean.
You're the only one.
You've never seen me around trains, okay? You don't know what it's like. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I can't. I don't have the same thing.
I thought you were just on the spectrum. He's got autism. I'm so sorry. You're the only one. He's a two-man show.
That's good. It's fine. It's fine.
I love you.
I have the good kind. I have the kind where it's like you don't know right away, but after you talk to me, you're like, I hope he's okay. He's going on. What's going on? No, I am. I'm bad at talking to people. I recently I moved in to a new house a couple of years ago, and but I don't write jokes very often, so I just did it. I moved in. I'm trying to meet the neighbors. It's very awkward, and I also moved in to a house off Northern and the 17. So I'm not used to the neighborhood. Okay, I don't know if you can tell from my vibe. My brothers all live in Gilbert, so I wasn't supposed to turn out like this. It's weird because we're giving our mom directions to the house. That's when you can tell because it's they're oh, the gate code is blah, blah, blah. I'm like telling her not which gas stations not to stop at on the way there. They're like, turn left at the golf course. I'm like, don't go to the QT on the 17 in Northern. It's not a normal QT. It's different. It's fine. I love the folks in the neighborhood. It's good. They love very decorative front yards. I don't know. A lot of noise. A lot of noise, and where I come from, if you're loud, you just call a man with a gun and PTSD to come to the house. Tell him to quiet down. I feel bad doing it now because I don't know what he's going to do when he gets there. So I'm like, I can't do it. Have fun at your party, I guess. My neighbor he has like a lot of parties. I can't understand a word this man says. Not because he speaks English, I think, but he's just like, he does speak English because I do understand him when he gets in fights with whoever is living with him at the time. It's like I talk to him, it's like a Boomhauer situation, like just like, hey man, I was going to welcome to the neighborhood, man. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? Does he have a speech impediment? And then he's like, you shut up, bitch! And I'm like, very clear, very clear. It's fine. But he has a lot of parties and like I don't know. I don't want to call on him. I'm like letting it happen, but I'm like, what's going on there? Because he also has just like people coming in and out all day, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? And they're all kind of dressed a little Fetty Wap style. You know what I mean? Like, got the look about them, and like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening. And I was like talking to him one day, and he told me, he's like, man, I'm not a drug dealer, man. I swear I'm not. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm an accountant. I swear, this is how he explained his party. He's like, I'm an accountant for DJs. So they're coming in and out, and sometimes I throw them birthday parties. That was his excuse. So he does the birthday. One day he hasn't been doing the parties as much because one day there were lights outside of the thing, and it wasn't police, it was an ambulance. And I was like, what's going on? And I text him like, what's going on, man? Is everything okay? I saw an ambulance. And he's like, oh man, I had a stroke. And I was like, yes. 'Cause he's not gonna party. He's not dead. He's not dead. It's gonna slow him down. But it didn't. I swear to God, he gets out of the hospital 3 days later. He's like, I did hospital occupational therapy and a fucking party 3 days after the stroke hospital. It was so inspirational. I'm going to go there after the show. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Jason Hill, that's hot shit son of a bitch right there. Let's hear it for America's #1 autistic comedian right there. I love that guy. My dog. Not faking on the spectrum. He's knee deep in it and he's doing it. Someone throw some matches on the ground. Let's see if you can count them. Pour some salt over there. Toothpicks. Who said Jew picks, you fucking... Any other Jews besides me tonight? L'chaim. All right, so we're down to the part of the show where we have a special guest that it's from here, I thought, but now lives in Hollywood. So I'll tell you a quick story. Maybe 10 years ago, I think it was, I had a show, 2009 to 2014. I did a show at the Ice House Tavern, just like this on Wednesdays. And some friends, and so I met this next comic. I was like, oh yeah, please come down and do stand-up. And she was fucking hysterical. And she's one of those people that is just fucking funny all the time. And usually, when I think someone's really funny and talented, it's like a curse. They'll never make it. Like, don't, you know? And when I go like, when I'm like, that guy's a piece of shit, he's not funny at all. It's like, he's running a studio? So I did, but I always like, oh, this fucking broad is amazing. Like, she'll do great things, and she is doing great things. So I will say that. But I had over 1,000 comics come through the Ice House in a couple of years, and there's one that's doing something right now with their career. Besides myself, with this wonderful show we have here. I'm kidding. But my point is, like, thousands of people went through that show. 1,000 people come to the show. There's a lot of fucking comics. It's very fucking hard to get anywhere. And this next comic, I can't fucking stress enough how fucking talented she is, and like just brilliant in so many ways. And I when I first found out that she's a trumpet player, like, it makes sense because I grew up around music, and I just know that it gives you great timing, and it's very inspirational. She went to Hollywood. She's on Bad Friends podcast. She was working the door at the Comedy Store. I'm pretty sure they probably might have made her a regular, might not. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but she's a regular there. And I mean that. Okay, I can say that. She'll have her name painted on the wall there. Like, she's legitimate. Like, this bitch is playing theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and by the way, every time I met Bobby Lee, he was such a drugged up nebbish. I'm glad he's clean. And I never liked Andrew Santino. That kid gets on my... I'm kidding. I'm being a wise guy. Seriously, what a prick. I like you, though. I'm kidding. So here's the thing. I'm talking to my wife last night. She's like, I'm so excited that Jesse's coming to town and she's going to do your show. I'm like, I know, it's going to be fun, right? Be like old times, right? And Christy goes, you know, I Googled her. I go, you Googled her? Because, like, if you Google Jessie, fucking tons of shit comes up. Like, you know, people are like, my video got 16 views. Like, hers are huge, right? Like, she's very funny. Anyway, so Christy goes, I Googled Jessie. I go, what did it say? This is what we read. And I couldn't be more shocked and aghast. Someone wrote, who is Jesse Johnson's father? And it says, Jesse Jetski Johnson, which is her nickname, from the jet ski place across the street, I believe, is where she got it from. And I always, if you're hip to real shit, I always say, hashtag jet ski, not juicy. So anyway, who is Jesse Jetski Johnson's father? And I instantly went, oh my God, I think he's like a musician. I think he was like a drummer from Phoenix, right? And she goes, oh no. Early life. Johnson was born on December 7th, 1982. Not 90, whatever you said before. In Los Angeles, not Phoenix. To actors Don Johnson and Patty Darbenville. And was raised in Aspen. That's what it says, Jesse. I thought you were something special. You're a Nepo baby. So pissed off right now, I almost might bring on Johnny Jello. My point being is she's becoming somewhat of so much of a celebrity that they're writing fake stories about her. But if you could call your dad Don Johnson, tell him I love Miami Vice. Oh my God, I had pictures of me like Crockett and Tubb on Halloween. I was like, boom, suck it. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're very thrilled that this next comedian is here, and she's super fucking amazing and super special, and she knows a bunch of us in the room, but she really just has the best heart, and she's fucking extremely funny and so talented, and it's just nice to see someone that has all that in one, and we love her dearly. Please put your hands together for Jesse Johnson. All right, let me shorten that intro up. Let me do that again. Okay. I don't want to brag, but I lived in Hollywood. I fucked movie stars. I know what Scott Baio's dick looks like. Okay. Movie stars. I don't know who this next comic fucked, but she lives in Hollywood. Jesse Johnson. No, okay. I met her so long ago. She's doing some good stuff. We're real proud of her. I don't think she's cured cancer, but she can play the trumpet real well, and she's funny. Jesse Johnson.
Sean McCarthy, everybody. I thought changing my name to Jet Ski would, you would, anything you read online, you would know that was fake, what you read. But, anyway, I know I look like I'm 12. But I fuck like I'm 16, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you work hard enough, that could be you. Unfortunately, you sad sack of shits, you're never gonna get this good. Okay. So funny. Jesse, let's hear for one more time, Mr. Jesse Johnson. Hey, Jesse, are you, at the end of the week, are you at Stand Up Live or somewhere? Okay, just a heads up, if anyone wants to go see her, she'll be at Stand Up Live this weekend, opening up for Andrew Cinti. And you can look her up and Google her and find her. She's everywhere. All right, moving forward, we have a few comics left on our Factory of Laughs tour in Rhythm and Blues Review. This next young man, it's his first time here. Following the great Jesse Johnson, let's hear from Mr. Frankie Rodriguez.
Yay, back to your shitty comics. I love the freedom that we have here in America. Like, we got freedom of religion. I've been kicked out of 3 of them. Like, I was raised Catholic, untouched. And then eventually I got kicked out of Christianity and Mormonism. And if you don't believe me, Jehovah's my witness. I love gambling, like whether it be poker, blackjack, pulling out. Yeah, they all give me a rush, you know? Like, shit. I'm really good at poker, though. I keep busting on the other 2. I'm 100% Mexican. People don't usually figure out I'm Mexican till after the racist things they say. Dude, I be hearing it from all races too, even Mexicans. Like, bro, I remember when SB 1070 was going on, I'm out there trying to represent brown pride, and they're like, get the fuck out of here, white boy. It's like, you know what? Maybe we could use a wall. Like, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I was raised Mexican, because Mexican culture is pretty cool. Like, our baby name book is called the Bible. And then we got really good food, too, like tacos. You know, like, yeah, whether it be like taco de pastor, taco de asada, taco de bel. Delicioso. And then we love giving each other nicknames. So my real name is Francisco, so they'll call me Pancho. I'm really white, they'll call me Güerito. And then the last one was Pendejo. Yeah, because I'm a dumbass. Dude, I see some of you guys pass Spanish 1 too. Yeah, that's good. Dude, Arizona, 45th in education, man. I didn't learn fractions until I started selling weed. Dude. Bro. Dude, it's hard being a millennial. We're such a hard generation to defend. Like, we're known for eating ass and avocado toast. Like, dude. And as millennials, like, how the fuck did we come up with that? Like, those are 2 totally, completely different things. You know, like, one is a delicious snack to kickstart your day, and then the other's avocado toast. Like, yeah. All right. Well, hopefully I could earn more time like jet ski in the future. So thank you guys. My name is Frankie Rodriguez.
Hey, let's hear it for Frankie Rodriguez. Yes. Coming to the stage now, Mr. Johnny Jello.
Holy shit. We have a trumpet at a fucking comedy show. This is great. What's up, y'all? I'm Johnny Jello. Yeah, give it up for my boy Frankie over there. Frankie's talking about eating ass. We just needed an old boomer here to one-up him. Be like, you think you ate ass, son? We went inside of it. We went in there so goddamn deep, you need combat boots and a fucking snorkel, son. You don't know shit. Give it up for jet ski. Holy shit, right? Woo! Got Don Corleone turned on. He's like, oh, play a sonny. You see the rack on that one? Oh, my God, yeah. Fucking Joe Pesci would be like, oh, she said she was fucking racist. You paint her face black, she'd fit the bill. I tell you what. Trump would be like, her ass was so huge. Every Every time she ripped a fart, I heard Marvin Gaye. Swear to God, swear to God. I wouldn't pay to hush that one up, I swear to I'm excited too, man. I found out I'm #1 on Google as well. Yeah, page 7. Yeah, so fucking moving up. I think that's pretty impressive because my mom thinks it's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? She's like, "You're gonna make it, Johnny? Oh my God! How do I find you?" I'm like, She's like, "Come on." I was like, "All right, search Johnny Jello. Click on pictures. Turn off safe search." She hasn't called me back in 3 weeks. Thanks for the support, Ma. I am a parent. Any parents here? Yeah, dude, where the fuck are your kids? Like, where are they? They're adults, so shit. Did you leave them in the car too? Because I'll tell you what, I fucked up. No, it's cool. I can't keep the truck running with these gas prices and the AC. I found a Tesla charging out there. I put him in there. I was like, that's going green, motherfucker. I had to teach him potty training before he started kindergarten. That was great, man. I got a whole lot better, I'll tell you what. Yeah, dude. You know, they try and tell you nowadays with kids, like, oh, just be encouraging. You don't want to scare them out of the bathroom. I was like, well, how the fuck am I going to do that? I grew up in the 90s. Like, my dad encouraged me by going, oh, you did something good? Whack! Do it again, fucker. You know, like. No, I thought Bob Ross was encouraging in my lifetime. Y'all remember Bob Ross, right? I did that shit with my son and be like, it's all right, Michael, there's no accidents, just happy little mistakes, yeah. Oh, did you pee the bed? All right, we got a paintbrush. We'll paint a happy little sun here. That's right, yeah. He did a little finger painting on the wall himself. All right, we'll take that brown, draw happy little trees here, yeah. A little too much apple cider. Okay, we'll take the green, make shrubbery right over here. That's right, yeah. Now I've overhyped him because every time he goes potty by himself, he comes out like Donald Trump in a press conference. It doesn't matter what we're doing. He's like, Mom, Dad, I just took the hugest poop anybody's ever seen. Like, Mikey, come on, we're eating dinner. Fitness. We're talking about my poo and how bigly it is. Look at Filzy and Turbo. That poo is so bigly you can build a wall. We're going to build a wall. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Johnny Jello. Have a wonderful evening. God bless y'all for coming out.
Johnny Jello.
Live in spaces.
Keep that energy going. Let's hear it from Mr. Jimmy Twice.
What the fuck is up? Oh, man, it's good to see y'all out here. Well, everybody who's fucking left. Everybody left after jet ski was done. Ain't that a bitch? That's messed up, man. How many of y'all originally from AZ out here? Thank God. Not a lot of y'all. Jesus Christ. That heat is back, though, man, right? That heat is back in here to stay. For y'all that's originally from here, y'all enjoy that shit. Y'all love that shit. I fucking hate it. And I'm not even from here. You know what? Why the fuck is there so many cats, stray cats around this bitch, too? Like, there's stray cats everywhere in this motherfucker. There's a gang in my neighborhood that stick all the neighbors up for food and shit. Like, stand in front of their doors until they give them food. That shit is not cool. Also, why the fuck in Arizona does everything close early? I can't get no food. I can't play darts. I can't get nothing after hours. I can't get a gyro. I can't get chili. Can't get a hot dog. Can't get Chinese food. You know what? You would think, with all these stray cats around here, that I wouldn't have no problem getting Chinese food 24 fucking hours a day. 96 combos, all with fried rice. The fuck are you talking about? On demand, they should have their own delivery service in addition to Uber and DoorDash. Come on, man, we'd be solving 2 problems. Nobody would have any issues. How many of y'all like my sneakers? You see that? I will never judge anybody by their shoes ever again. I promise you that. But I will tell you this, these sneakers right here, how many people have ever had your sneakers save your life? I thought so. Let me tell you a story. I was in Kansas City. I was in a hotel. I went in that hotel to use a public restroom. I walked in, I'm at the stall, I'm pissing. Silence. I'm in there, I start talking to myself. Man, what the fuck am I gonna get? What am I gonna eat when I get out of here? God damn. Fuck. Still pissing, right? After I shake off, I'm headed to the sink. A motherfucker comes out of the stall, walks past me and says, nice shoes. I said, Thanks, bro. An hour later, that motherfucker was getting picked up by the police. He had killed 2 people in the area, and he was about to kill his 3rd. He was looking for a victim. These J's saved my life.
Yeah!
I bullshit you not. These J's saved my life. Straight up. So, when your children ask you for Jordans, fucking buy them. You never know. You never know what shit those shoes might get them out of. My man was chilling in the store waiting for a victim. When he walked past, he had a hood on, like a parka with the hood up, the deep hood where it like comes up to here and that shit hangs over your fucking, yeah. I should have been murdered easily, and I was not. So, thank God for these J's. These are not getting resold. Unless they knew the story, they might go for a lot more, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. How many of y'all got kids? Y'all got little kids? Good, because I really hate these motherfuckers now. When they become teenagers, they fucking suck. I promise you that shit. I had and I don't baby talk my kids. Like I don't do all of that. Oh, you're gonna be all right. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Just don't worry about. No, I don't do that shit. Well, no. I remember my daughter was about 5 or 6. She came to me. She said, "Dad, can I please sleep with you tonight?" And this girl's 5 or 6 years old. She's very articulate. She speaks in a way that it makes me feel like, should I not speak to you the way that I'm speaking to you? You know what I mean? Like, Dad, could I please sleep with you tonight because there's a monster in my closet that I do not want to get me. I said, oh shit, well, tell me a little bit about this monster. So she sits down, she says, well, he's got really big teeth, he's super tall, he seems like he glows in the dark, and I think he's gonna just come out of the closet and bite me and give me AIDS. I said, what the fuck? I said, how long have you been seeing this monster? She said, I've been seeing him every night since I was like 6. She's 7.5 now, so that means this motherfucker's been living in the closet rent-free for like a year and a half, bro. We first got to discuss some lease options with this motherfucker. But I said, I don't need you to be scared, babe, all right? But I'll tell you this, no, you can't fucking sleep with me because that motherfucker's not gonna come out the closet and get me too. There is no way that I can explain to your mother at the wellness checkup at our primary care physician, yeah, you're positive for AIDS. It was the monster in the closet that did it. No, it's not gonna work over like that. Lastly, don't let people say stupid shit to you without you saying it back to them as a question. Uno reverse. They call me Jimmy, y'all.
Jimmy, let's hear it for him. And keep it going for our very own Rabbi, Mr. Karl Goldthorpe. L'chaim.
Thank you so much, Sean. I was right there in the back with, what was it, Waylon was his name? Yes. And the first thing Waylon, you guys may think Waylon's cute, but the first thing Waylon told me was he is glad Bush invaded Iraq. So think about that next time you're holding him.
Son of a bitch.
Also, my man right here, I need your help because I'm on the same journey as you. How do I maintain my hairline? Because I'm at 27 and my grandpa lost me at 30. He does not know. All right, we're both doomed. I'm glad we're on the same path there. Oh, that's why I don't wear a hat. It's like, well, it's going to be out anyway, so might as well. I was seeing on the news a story about a woman being arrested for sending over 8,000 letters to Harry Styles. And I had to say, there has to be a better way to go about it besides buying all those stamps. There's only one real winner in that entire fiasco, and that's the post office. When I'm on the internet, I let intrusive thoughts take over my head, and to calm myself down sometime, I watch ISIS execution videos. And I have to say, if you've ever seen one, it is amazing production value. You can see a man's torso blow up at 3 different camera angles. All right, fuck NBC. These people should be producing the next Super Bowl broadcast. But my intrusive thoughts don't get any better from there. I was wondering what type of animal gives the best oral sex, And my hypothesis is an aardvark, and I wanted to put this into experiment. But unfortunately, aardvarks are illegal to own as a private citizen in Arizona. So I went with my next best option, and that was a kill shelter puppy. Because if you've ever socially isolated a Pomeranian for an entire month, it'll lick peanut butter off your genitals in no time. All right, my last bit I'll get to here is, I heard a quote by Maya Angelou called, "Hope and fear cannot exist in the same place." And I know this is an entire lie, because if any of you have ever been offered cocaine, that is hope and fear in one situation. You do fear there could be fentanyl, but you do hope there could be cocaine. All right, thank you so much. Get
Ladies
back to
and
your
gentlemen, our
host,
Rabbi
Sean
Karl Goldthorpe. Please keep that energy going for your next comic, sometimes known as Stone Cold Heat, Mr. Martin Lane.
Energy, okay. All right, you guys. I like to tickle my bone as much as the next person. But it's speed night here at Bridget's, and God damn it, we're having a good time. Last time I was here, I wanted to watch the video of myself and assess to see how well I did. It was unwatchable. It was whack. But I'm back here tonight to remind... I want to remind each and every one of you that whack lives matter. Now, I personally like edgy comedy, and sometimes it doesn't fly at work. You know, people look at me, they wonder, were you raised by wolves? No, I was not raised by wolves. I was tutored by a large cat, but that's... Somebody liked it. When telling clean jokes, so I like edgy comedy, but sometimes I'll write a clean joke that I think is solid, and other comedians, tell me if this happens to you. Does it kind of sound like a dad joke if you tell like a clean joke? Like I was watching a documentary on how cars are manufactured, and I was thinking that like Henry Ford wrote the book when it comes to making cars. Well, it's an autobiography, of course. Dad joke. I don't know how to do it. I'll do one more and then maybe something a little edgy. So, cars, like a Ford doesn't make a blue car. You know, Nissan doesn't make a red car. They make like a midnight seafoam car. They make an electric raspberry car, blue, red, whatever. Do you guys know that car manufacturers have a name for their new car smell? In fact, Tesla, the name for their new car smell is Elon Musk. Dad jokes. I don't know what to... All right, one more and I'll get the hell out of here.
Elon Musk.
So, I had an idea for a reality show. I tried to tell this joke last time I was here. I was too nervous and tongue-tied to spit it out properly. Idea for a reality show. It's where you get competing preachers from different religions. And they're having a competition to see how many converts they can get to their religion. The thing is, one preacher has to try and convert a group of chimpanzees, and the other preacher has to try and convert a group of mentally disabled people. It's called Chimps and Simps for Jesus. It's gonna be solid, you guys. All right, thank you very much.
Let's hear it from Martin Lane. Hot idea for a great TV show. Chimps and Simps on NBC this fall. Living Spaces. Keep it going, folks. This guy, sometimes known as a great one. He was ladies here. Put it together for Mike. It's Mike.
Thank you. God. Woo! Hot night. Hot. I realize I've never met anyone in this room before, but you're all thinking the same thing. Wow, that guy's gotten really fat.
since the last time I never saw him. And you're right. I wish I lived in. I love living in America because we're one of the few countries that can complain about being fat. Like no one in a third world country complains about being fat besides like a tapeworm. It would suck for me living in a third world country with a tapeworm because I'm pretty sure it'd be more successful than I was. You know, I'd be laying at a house and all of a sudden Uber comes and it's for the fucking tapeworm. It's like, can I get that cheeseburger? No, motherfucker, you didn't put on this. That's a bad. Should have stopped there. My mother, I just realized this when I woke up. She died 20 years ago today. It was a kind of sombering moment. And she was cremated. And then I realized she was probably cremated to make sure none of her kids tried to move in with her after she was dead. Smart woman. Very smart. I mean, that gravesite pretty much belongs to you. If you can get like 5 relatives to die, you have like a 10 by 5 space. That's like a balcony pretty much. I say balcony because you have people living underneath you. Thank you. Let's see if you stick with me after this. My girlfriend just announced to me that she was pro-Palestine, which is great. So I slapped her and pushed her down the stairs because I'm pro-Palestine too. Hey, it's a different culture. You wouldn't understand. You need to travel more. Don't worry, this will be over soon. I have to go throw neighbors at my gay neighbor. I have to go throw neighbors at my gay neighbor. I have to go throw rocks at my gay neighbor. I'm not a homophobe. Not a homophobe. He's pro-Iran. I'm just supporting him. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be. There's a lot of Jewish kids out there protesting. And they're pro-Iran or pro-Palestine. They want to stop the war, whatever. Fine, good for them. Like after the Holocaust, the Jewish people came up with like a saying. Everyone here knows it. Never forget. Never forget. Apparently no one remembered it. Okay, it makes sense now. It absolutely fucking makes sense now. I was not understanding the whole fucking university thing. Now I get it. It completely fucking makes sense. They're saying should have been, we'll remember for about 77 years. And then we got shit to do. Yes, thank you. I saw you give me the hand, but I think we'll just finish out this full conversation over here. A lot of comics like to pander to women in the audience and tell them how disgusting the male penis is. I am not going to do that. And I can prove to you that the male penis is a more beautiful sex organ than the vagina. I can prove it to every one of you. I can prove it. I don't need to use mine. I got a horse out back. And I guarantee if I bring it in, every guy's going to stare at that horse cock in admiration. If I brought a duck in here, not one woman's going to check out that VJ. Men love, did I say VJ? I'm dyslexic. What is a VJ? A vagina job. It's a cliche, doesn't actually happen. Vagina with a job. This is, I wish I was autism, but I don't have that, autistic. I'm pretty sure people that say they're autistic are just retarded people trying to get laid. I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm going to go on that. Thank you very much. You guys have been awesome. Sorry.
We're going long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We've had a wonderful time here. We went a little long. I'll just say this really quick. What's that? Hold on, I got you. Wait, you're ahead. I got you. Before I got here, we're running a little long, but I don't think the karaoke is going to start. I could just ask one person. Sear, would you like to just wrap up tonight? They were all asking. Sear, they were asking something. You got nothing? John Henry? John? Ladies and gentlemen, John Henry's going to sum it up for us tonight.
Thanks a lot, Sierra. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it going for all the comics you saw. Anybody else surprised at the last comic that was on stage at his voice? Like, I saw him walk on stage, and I heard him talk, and I'm like, he doesn't sound like any of Fat Elbo's friends. Fat Albert, keep going. All right. I'm going to make this real quick, because karaoke is way better. Jesse, keep that trumpet warm. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm sick of funeral processions. It's a weird thing to be sick of, but I'm done. I almost got in an accident this week because of a funeral procession. I was coming up to a green light, and all the cars were just going through, and I didn't realize I thought everybody's just running a red light. But no, it was a funeral procession. They have escorts on motorcycles with lights on, and I didn't notice any of them. I just almost hit a car. And I realized this is, it's stupid. Like, why do we all need to get to the funeral at the same time? It doesn't make any sense. He's gonna be there when you get there. This guy's not gonna go anywhere. And then it dawned on me, holy shit. They're just trying to create more funerals. It's a fucking pyramid scheme put on by Big Funeral to cause more funerals, to create more funeral processions, to cause more funerals. That's it. End of joke. You dropped the ball on that one, Jesse. You're too late. No, you boost. I read an article online the other day that said you make the same face when you die as you do when you orgasm. Which is hard to prove, right? Like, who got these two faces in the same room at the same time? And checked them out. Nope, not done. I'd like to prove it myself, but of course I've only seen the face of somebody who's died. last one. Last one. I'm not gonna tell. I was gonna tell this joke. I'm gonna tell the whole joke because let's just get out of here. But I did tell this joke a couple weeks ago, and the joke it talks about like I found a condom wrapper in my daughter's bedroom, and the whole thing. The only reason I was even in there is because I was like I was going through her purse. I just needed some money. That's all it is. But I was telling this joke, and someone's like, helicopter parent from the audience. And I'm like, are you comparing me to Kobe Bryant? Because that's not. Thank you very much for just last laugh. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Henry, the man who started the show. Thank you. We'll be here all week. This is what a real comic looks like. Okay. Take it easy there, fruitcake. Always a fucking guinea to push it too fucking far. Hey, thank you very much. You guys have been wonderful. We'll be here every Tuesday. A buck. Like I'm going to bend over for a buck. Who the fuck am I? I'm on the main stage at fucking Dick's Cabaret, sweetie. I don't bend over for bucks. I said Dick's. Thank you. Give her. This fucking good. All right. You fucking motherfucker. All right. Hey, let's hear for Jessie Johnson. She's wonderful. All the comics are on tonight. We went really long. We had fun. We do this every Tuesday night. We'll see you next week at 7:30. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you very much. Get home safe. Get home safe.